Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and walking you through the install of the lightweight rear seat delete kit featuring the Coyote engraving, fitting all 2015 to 2023 fastback Mustangs. Now the rear seat delete kit that we have here today should appeal to the S550 owners who are looking to shed roughly 30 pounds from their ride while achieving a more customized appearance at the same time thanks to the Coyote engraving. Now this two-piece kit will feature a thick black ABS plastic build here, all for right around that low $500 price point. So getting into our list of features, and I can think of a few reasons why you might want to delete the rear seat in your ride, but obviously the most popular reason is to shed some pounds. With the rear seat delete kit in place here, you're going to be shedding roughly 30 pounds from your S550 with everything installed, which at the end of the day, listen, if you're serious about shedding weight and doing so in a clean manner, well, this is going to be a great choice. Now, outside of the weight savings, the second big feature with this kit will be the Coyote engraving here with the lettering, of course, that does set this option apart from some of your more plain Jane or budget-friendly kits here on the site. Now moving into construction here, guys, and again, this two-piece kit has been made right here in the USA, and your main material is going to be this very thick ABS plastic that's given a gloss, almost textured finish, and of course we do have the engraving right there dead center. Now pulling this thing out of the box, I can tell you it feels very, very sturdy overall, and even though the kit itself is not necessarily made to handle passengers in the back, it has been tested to support upwards of 150 pounds per side, but personally, I would recommend you tread lightly, pun intended, when it does come to additional passengers in the rear. Now finally, guys, the kit does allow for a trunk pass-through and will feature a simple bolt-on install without the need for any permanent modification, and can be reversed if you ever did want to throw those factory seats in the back. Now your price point for the rear seat delete here with the engraving will land you in that low $500 range, which, believe it or not, actually puts us in the middle of the pricing spectrum when compared to some of your other options here on the site. For instance, you have the Speedform kit coming in at a bit less. That option is going to deliver more of a factory style charcoal carpet around an ABS plastic material. Then on the other side of things, you have the Anderson composite kit, which will be full carbon fiber and cost you $1,500 more at least compared to the Coyote kit that we have here today. So definitely a wide spectrum of options in the category when looking at rear seat deletes. So I would tell you, or at least I'd recommend to you, definitely check out some of our other options before making your final decision. Now moving into the install, the site's going to call this a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you 2 hours or so to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, here's an AM customer to walk you through it.
So today we used a 3/8 ratchet with 3/8 3-inch extension, 15mm deep socket so we can get to the nuts, as well as a 6mm Allen socket, 5/32 Allen socket, and a 3/8 impact. If you are going to remove your seat buckles, it is a 13mm socket. So right now in the 2019 Mustang that we're going to be working on, we have the front seats pushed all the way forward and folded up just so we can gain access to the rear seats. Here in just a second we will be showing you how to take out the rear seats, the bottom first and then the back. So stay with us. So now that we're in the back seat and we have access, this is not a very comfortable location, I'll be completely honest with you. So you got these little clips right here, right in the center of each seat. You just push it in, pull it up. You're gonna do that on both sides. Once you have it both released, you just lift up and take out. There's almost like a little hook in the back, but for the front part, you just push it right here and it releases down here. Really simple, both sides, and then like I said, there's almost like a little hook back there, you gotta lift it all the way up. And then take it all the way out. So let's get this out of the way, and we'll be right back. So now that we got the bottom of the seat out, we gotta take this back out. It's really easy, it's 3 bolts. All you gotta do is fold this down. And then if you come up here with the camera, we can show you where the bolts are. There's one right here. There's one right over here. And then there's one right over here. So all you gotta do is really simple. You just take out all the bolts. I have one folded down for the time being just to show you guys what's going on. We're going to take that completely out. This one's the bolt, the other two are nuts. I do not believe that you are going to be reusing them on the rear seat delete. So there's one bolt. And two is right over here in this corner. It's really easy. You can always use a electric impact to be able to take these out. It would be a lot quicker. And again, still not a very comfortable location to be sitting at. And Ford does use Loctite on all of their bolts, especially these safety ones for obvious reasons. So now that we have that one down, let's take the other side down and repeat the other process on the other side. Once you got it loose enough, you can do it by hand. That comes right out. So after you're done, it's really easy. You just lift the whole thing straight up and slide this middle bracket out of the seat. Do that on both sides so it doesn't possibly fall out and hit your car. Set that off to the side, and then now you have both your backrests completely loose. So now that we have the back seat out, the bottom and the backrest, there's a lot of room in here. The instructions for the EMP rear seat delete don't mention this, but I'd rather not have a rattle, and I think a lot of you wouldn't either. These are gonna rattle, these seatbelt buckles. We are gonna take them out. It's just a 13mm bolt holding them in. It will not create a light because there is no plugs into it. But I'm using an impact. You can use a wrench, you can use a ratchet, whatever you need to use. So it's really easy. They're really tight. So once those are out, then we can move on to installing the rear seat delete. So now we have the bottom of the rear seat in. It's the part that doesn't have the decal. So all you do is just slip it in. It's really, really easy. You just have to make sure everything lines up with the original factory mounting points for the seats with this. And I misspoke earlier. You do have to reuse that bolt that you took right here. So starting out with the front, in their little hardware kit, they have these and this. You just lift this up, bring this down, like so. And then once it starts to grab, you should be able to fold it in and go through that little hole. Do that with the clipper then. Rinse and repeat on the other side. And everything should be good. Then get this all mounted up and we will be right back with a video. So now that we got these two in there and kind of hand tight into it, now we're going to, before we tighten anything, we are going to line this up just right to try to get this as good as possible. You take these little, they almost look like rib nuts, but they're not. And they just go right over these studs back here for the factory location seats. Just gotta thread them in. Do the same thing on the other side. And it is a very tight fit, I will tell you that. It does not like to move around a lot, which is alright. I mean, that would mean that you don't get any rattles or anything like that. But once you got that all hand threaded, then you go ahead and take your bolt that I said that you get rid of. You definitely don't. It goes right back into the middle, right where it came out of. And I will come back to you in a little bit with the video. So now I got the impact back out. I'm going to be using a 5/32 Allen socket and a 6mm Allen socket as well. as well as a 15mm socket that we used previously to take the seats out. We're just going to tighten everything up in a nice orderly fashion and go on from there. You might need to lift it up right here just to make sure that butterfly clip ends up staying solid, and then just do it nice and tight so you feel as though it's good. And what I do is I make it nice and flush to the existing carpet. It is going to have this little hump right here, but that's okay. We all have race cars. Tighten that one up, and your bottom is all installed. Supposedly this can take 150 pounds. Definitely feels like it could. So that's always a plus. And we'll get the back in here in a second and bring you back in the video. So here we are back in an awkward position. We have the back seat rest basically of the rear seat delete. Inside the vehicle we have not installed it yet. So it's really easy. It's actually kind of cool how it installs. It uses your factory hooks. Seats. Just lays up against there. Make sure it's on the other side of the bolt. Then you take these two little 1-inch, 2-inch things. They're specially designed to go right here, go inside, sideways, and then you bring them out. And you can kind of adjust it wherever you want. Let me do it on the other side too, just to keep it nice and flush. It's really kind of cool. You can move them around and whatnot. What it does, it slips in there. You gotta push it all the way in, wait for it to click. And then the other side as well.
So wrapping things up here, guys, again, if you are looking to stylishly shed some weight in your S550 at home, be sure to check out the Coyote engraved rear seat delete kit right here at AmericanMuscle.com.